right. Okay.
Broadcast
Peace.
live.
All right. Yes, all the way live, sir. Yes, sir. So peace, family. So this is Kyle Dixon here.
Broadcast.
Uh, with my brother from another continent, from the motherland, uh, Dazo. So we want to do this live convo in reference of just reaching across the waters to our brothers in another country, and really just by providing like info and just again us just vibing and just seeing what's going on over there, because what's going on here in the States compared to what's going on over in places like South Africa where Dazo is located. But yeah, peace, brother. What's going on, man?
I'm well, man. How are you keeping?
I'm keeping well. Thank goodness, man. Give thanks. I'm keeping
Great,
well.
great,
Yeah,
great,
man.
great.
Yeah, man. Maintaining, and just really just trying to stay out the fray. Keeping it simple. You know what I'm saying? Doing my soul water.
Uh-huh,
You know what I'm saying? Doing that every day.
uh-huh,
Uh, and whatnot. So yeah, man.
uh-huh.
But how about you, man? What's happening?
Oh, man. Yeah, just staying quarantined all day, every day. But yeah, I'm still getting my workout on every day,
Okay.
drinking my soul water. Yeah, trying to keep in shape,
I heard
keep
that,
moving
man.
forward.
Okay. Man, so like, where are you at right now? Like, where you don't have to tell it's the exact location, but like what city you in, what country you in, like.
So basically in Johannesburg, South Africa,
Mhm.
uh, where we in week 4 of total shutdown
Mm.
due to the COVID-19.
Okay. Wow. Wow.
So yes, today Friday the 24th marked our 4th week in quarantine with a
Wow.
total shutdown of the country. Uh, we currently sitting on 4,020 cases
Mhm.
and 75 plus deaths.
Says 75.
Yes, that's 75 deaths
Wow.
and about 4,200 cases confirmed.
Wow. Wow. That's still unfortunate, but I mean that's
Mhm.
way less than here happened in the States. Um, and what's the population? What's the, like, not the exact number, but like how many people are in Johannesburg?
So Johannesburg is a city of estimated population of about under a million, like I'll say a million people, 1,900,000 people.
Hmm.
Uh, but the case numbers in Johannesburg is sitting under 1,000 now, which
Mm.
is the second affected city in the country. Uh, just behind the Western Cape. Cape Town is mostly affected with
Mhm.
over 1,000 plus people. And then there is a province where Devon is located, so that's like KwaZulu Natal, which has the most deaths. So
Mm.
they have about 2/4 of the deaths. Uh,
Okay. Wow. Wow. So like, so why some of those areas do you feel, from your opinion, like have more or less cases or more or less mortalities than others?
okay, so like looking at it, I'll start off by like saying the Western Cape, Cape Town,
Mm.
is a major tourist hub. So I think the virus uh, actually from foreign tourists that were coming in, traffic shut down. Most of them visited Cape Town when they were in the country. So Gauteng, it's got one of the has the biggest and the busiest airport in Africa, but it's the second affected city post Romania. So, but yeah, it's still escalating. Like the previous week, we saw like a very drastic high numbers of cases coming in. So like when shutdown began, our cases were in the hundreds, and they've escalated to like 200 since then. So we've seen like we're getting like almost like 1,000 cases on a weekly basis since shutdown.
Wow. And it's interesting because you all on a total shutdown. So and what I'm thinking of total shutdown is like shutdown. Like here in the States, it's like it's not as drastic as that, but like explain to the family like what that means for y'all.
So basically, there were regulations set on the shutdown. It is major shutdown because like everything that's leisure related and like even some stuff that's not really leisure related, but that you wanna get done like on a weekly basis or like on a day-to-day basis is actually not available to the public. So what's been available to the public is essential services. So people are only allowed to go out and do grocery shopping and like medical shopping. So like you're allowed to go to a pharmacy and get like your medication and vitamins and stuff, and like go to the grocery store and get your supplies for like a week or two. And essential services people, so like your police force, your military, your doctors, nurses, surgeries, private hospitals, all of those things are still open. They weren't part of the shutdown. So, and like public transport. So public transport was it's there, like limited numbers, but it's still operating. So I think that's one major cause of the outbreak. The virus still continuing to spread. It's because of that, because they're stopping to moving.
Wow. And what times? Like what are those times for like those? Wow. Like so what are the times for like the transportation? Like the set times. I know you mentioned before. Like
so like most essential workers they work like 12-hour shifts, right? So most of them start like 6 a.m. in the morning to like 6 p.m. Just after dark. So public transport operates from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. So like from 5 a.m. dawn time to like breakfast at 9, and then it shuts down from 9 to about 4. Say 4 p.m. and then 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. it's operating again. So it has like that 5-hour window between the morning and that 5-hour window at night time. So you can go back and forth from work.
Okay. Wow. And like I said, essential workers are those people like working in hospitals, I guess working at the grocery stores, I'm guessing. Like
yeah. So like no, not like for grocery store you wouldn't have to use public transport, because like what's advised is for you to shop at your local grocery store, somewhere you can walk to, somewhere if you driving somewhere you can drive to close by and come back.
Okay. Wow. Wow. And do you
It's
all?
like the entire lockdown process is to like save self isolation and like keeping a distance from other human beings. So like so you're advised to shop at your local grocery store somewhere where you can walk and come back straight home.
Mm, okay. Wow. So and you all have like the mask too, like y'all wear the mask and when you go out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we like all have like this masks, face masks, and like we're advised to wash our hands, use hand sanitizer all the time. So like when you go out, you definitely have to put one of these on. Like
Mm, yeah. Yeah. Wow.
and
Wow.
maybe like hand gloves or something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Man. And I know you mentioned you I mean you said something about when we talked a while ago, how like the cleaning products were like all wiped out, like they were all gone. You know, like
Yes, yeah. So that's still the case. Like vitamins and like hand sanitizer, it's still
mhm.
like wiped out. It's like it's a you can't really walk into a store and like expect to find them. So whenever they restock, it's something that probably like lasts for an hour or two, and then it's sold out again. You know.
Wow, wow, dang, man, yeah, because Trump just did this thing where he advised people to like inject disinfectant, like yeah, man, it's weird. Like he just yeah, I know, right? I see your face alone tells the whole story.
So weird.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's
man,
a
Trump,
weird shit.
yeah, yeah, man, weird, bro. And it's just like you know I don't know why. A few people actually took it seriously for some reason. I don't know why, but most people are like, nah, this is a sham. This has got to be a joke. And like he was serious for like he came off as real serious. And just like, dude, no, who would do that? You know what I'm saying? Like who would take literally disinfectant and or maybe some type of sanitizer and like inject that or drink that? Like who does that? Like so this is the
Yeah, because like
craziness
isn't
going
it
on.
like the isn't it like sanitizer ingredients toxic that can be like involved with the human bloodstreams or something like that?
Yeah,
Because
it's
isn't
toxic.
like sanitizer ingredients include toxic chemicals? Like there's alcohol in there. There's some flammable stuff.
Yeah,
But
it's
like
it's
something
it's toxic,
flammable
bro.
actually, so like something flammable actually screams like inventory. So like uh, imagine if you uh, inject that into your body, that means you basically like gonna pop up to a balloon or something like that.
Yeah, man. It's like what? Like who would advise that type of method to
Yeah,
get
it
through that?
doesn't.
Like, is there anybody like
Yeah,
who you all listening to?
methodology.
Yeah, the logic is crazy. But who you all listening to? Like, who's giving out? Like, is it the city officials? Is it like y'all have mayor, governor? Like, how does that work?
No, so like yeah. So like uh, the government cabinet is made out of like ministers, minister of transport, minister of defense, minister of homeland security, like tourism, retail sector, city, health. But they all come up with briefs, and then once the brief is done, the president has to address the nation. So like the president has is the one that delivers the news to us.
Mm, okay. And then like with like I guess with like communication, like how are you all like how does like what about family members who are like in other areas since they tell you to stay in your areas? Like are people like calling people a lot? Are they on the phones a lot? Are they on Facebook or social media? Like how is for the most part people communicate?
Yeah. So yeah, we communicating via social media, uh,
Mhm.
like everyone else would. Like and there's is some people actually even working online. So like students and lecturers, they're actually doing classes online.
Okay.
So yeah, family that's not in your city, like we're not really allowed to travel from city to city during this time. So like wherever you are, like you have to be travel. You have to travel like in a certain radius. You
Hmm.
know, you can't be moving from like the lower east side of Manhattan all the way up to the Bronx. Like it's not allowed at the moment. So yeah, we keep in touch via social media, video call, FaceTime, WhatsApp video call, you name it.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Yeah, so pretty much like almost like the same type of vibe here, except for y'all got the lockdown. Which here, we're able to get out, walk around a little bit, go to the store. I see people walking their dog, running laps around the neighborhood, riding their bikes. I mean, not like crazy, but yeah, not like a mass amount of people, but I do see people out kind of doing things. And some people have like the mask on, and some people don't. Um, but there's not a lot of people
Yeah.
out, like just kind of hanging out. I'm in New York, so it's still people out doing things, riding buses, taking public trans, and for the most part, they have on masks. Um, but yeah, the cases here, man, are getting crazy. I mean, like there's some things here where they're saying that they are COVID-19 deaths, but then there are some cases where they're suggesting that it's a COVID death and they're marking it as such, and it's not per se. So it's a lot of misinformation and just confusion going on. But people are taking. It seems like people, for the most people, are taking it serious. Um, I'm taking it serious, taking precaution. But I'm not letting fear guide my judgment either. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm cautious, but I'm not going to fill myself with fear, because then you don't think straight. You know what I'm saying? You don't think with a sound mind. So yeah, but that's good to see you're safe. You and your family, you're safe for the most part. And is your family mostly there? Or are they other places?
Yes.
Mhm. Okay.
So, so what's that?
Yeah. So I'm saying that your family, are they mostly there in the city with you? Or are they other places, and are they safe?
Yes, yeah. So like they're mostly like right in the city, yeah. But like in like I'll say like in different suburbs, like so I can't really move from suburb to suburb, like.
Mhm.
But yeah, like everyone is keeping safe, everyone is quarantined, everyone is like on lockdown.
Okay. Wow, man. Whew. So since you don't like that, have you been able to get like anything productive done? I know, like you were saying, like with like how the internet signal, like even with us now, like there's a bit of a lag, but you're coming through real clear. Uh, but like managing, like, are you able to like do things? Like, and if so, what?
What's that?
Oh, I was saying that, like, what are you able to do while you're on lockdown? Like, are you able to do much? And if so, like, what?
Yeah, so what you can only do online, like is whatever you can do online. Uh, Something that you can do stationed at home. That's the only thing you can do right now. Uh, so it's really a difficult month for people to earn. Uh, if you don't have like an online business or something going on for you on the online space, it's like really a major downfall for those people that need to
Mhm.
be out there for them to earn.
Mhm. Have they as far as like jobs and whatnot, have they shut down? Like I know, of course, people are still working here and there, like we talked about earlier, but like have they completely like people like unemployed, out of work, or they're saying, oh no, after this virus is over, you can just come back? Like what are they telling folks?
So like there's like stages, the like kind of levels that have been implemented. So
Mm-hmm.
like there's like stage 4, which is probably gonna be uh up and running next week. For so like mining, like trying to lift up the lockdown a little bit, like, but
Mm-hmm.
stage by stage. So like spaces like restaurants for waiters, like movie cinemas, like theaters and all those places, those are going to be
Mm-hmm.
like the last things to open. And like retail stores and like airlines, because like as I said, like no one is allowed to travel from city to city. So like
Yeah.
so in the next few coming weeks we'll see like those regulations being lifted, and like uh, more of those things coming back to life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, like it's been like a major hit on the economy. Uh, People still really don't know if they're gonna still have jobs. People, uh, like they, the company is gonna survive, or what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really very really really big scary issue for most South African. Uh,
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Therefore, so like the people probably gonna survive on relief funds and all that other stuff.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So pretty much kind of the same stuff here then in the states. They're telling us that well, companies have told people they're unemployed. Like gotta let you go. And then they're giving us they're giving people a stimulus, unemployment stimulus, and also small business stimulus. But some major corporations have already used it up. Um, and one actually gave it back. I read recently this steakhouse actually gave some of the money back. I heard that and read that recently. But yeah, same thing, man. Same
Okay.
stuff. Same stuff. They telling us, I'm a teacher. I'm an educator, so I'm still working. But there's some people like food industries, hotel industries, airlines, just travel. Yeah, contractors. Like small businesses. Like we just, it's up in the air. We don't know. And there's some industries that are not going to survive. Like our movie theaters, AMC theaters. I don't know if y'all have AMC out there, but AMC theaters here,
Yeah.
man, they thinking about going out of business. Like, do y'all have AMC out there?
I know we got like there's stuff called like Steak and Eco,
Mm-hmm.
and there's one like called New Metro, and there's like this hotel chain that has like casinos and stuff in this
Mm-hmm.
country. They have their own like cinema line also, but
Okay.
yeah, they basically shut down, man. Like we really don't know what's gonna happen. Like people are stuck in limbo.
Mm. Wow. Dang. Yeah. Yeah. Like say everybody trying to maintain, man. So what are you doing? Like again, like just to keep yourself like just kind of like maintain and just kind of keep yourself focused. Like anything you're working on right now, or you're developing. Um, in reference of business or just like skill wise, because this is a good time for us to use this time wisely as best as we can.
Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. I really managed to easy. Like I've been working on a project, like a mineral and plant-based vitamin and teas and like CBD oil brand, soul water.
Mhm.
So I've been like quite busy with that, and
Mhm.
I took up like a meditation course, and like yeah, I've
Okay.
been really trying to keep busy. I've been putting on like about
Mhm.
each and every other day. So yeah, keeping my mind clean and keeping my body physically, mentally, and spiritually.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
So yeah,
So that's dope.
So yeah, yeah, trying to do something in the online space. So just keep on ending like on lockdown, because like times like this like really show you like this is the time to explore other income streams. Like if you can't go to a job, like what else? How else can you earn? You still have to pay bills, like get groceries. Like life has to go on. So like exploring other income streams is the most important thing to do right now.
Definitely, definitely. And how do you manage that out there? Like I know the economics are slightly different from us here in the States. So like, is it the same thing with entrepreneurs? Like really growing out there? Like, is it certain? Is it a lot of paperwork to become an entrepreneur? Or can you? Is it something you can start? Like you have an idea and you can start the next day.
I think
Um,
yeah, I think it's growing everywhere else in the world, like on a rapid
mhm,
scale, but like it's not as straight and flowing as the American entrepreneur industry. Like
mhm,
America is like you can get stuff, you can get the ball rolling like in 48 hours. You can wake up, buy a domain, register a website, go on internet,
mhm.
register a website, like your business, do this, do that. Like
Right.
yeah, like it's much easier if you based in the United States.
Hmm. Oh, yeah.
Here you have to really acquire a lot of other paperwork and other stuff like funding on all of those things. Like it's a
Mhm.
world of whom do you know? Like as of in the United States, like nah, even venture capitalists is like they're all over the place. So like you
Yeah.
can like actually even share business to like sell, like raise money, do those things
Hmm.
quite easily.
Okay. Because even though we know, the continent as a whole is the richest continent, what I'm saying, as far as resources. It's just so interesting, man, to see like, Johannesburg and South Africa region of the continent like develop so much. It's like, we went from seeing not a lot of it or hearing a lot about it to like really starting to hear more and more about like South Africa, about Kenya, of course Ghana. Like Ghana was one of like the staples here in the States. It was people traveling to Ghana for trips or for
Yeah.
cultural things. You know what I'm saying? So in reference of um, like having that connection to the motherland, to you all over the water. It was like now it's like South Africa's getting a lot of publicity, and especially like Cape Town, Johannesburg, and especially after the Black Panther film. You know what I'm saying? Like people been you know definitely more into it. How did Let me ask you this: how did y'all respond to the Black Panther film? Like how was it a big thing, or was it just like, oh, like there's some things that y'all didn't feel like they got right? Like how did y'all feel about that? Or well, again, how did you feel about that? How did you feel
Sorry.
about that? Because I was gonna say, how did you feel? I was gonna say like you represent everybody there, but like how did you and your peers feel about the Black Panther film when it came out? Because it was just a huge thing here, and that helped to strengthen the connection of like culture, connection to,
Yeah,
to
it was a pretty big deal, but like I think for us, we like familiar with the narrative the story was giving. Like
Mhm.
it's not so new to us. It's like some stuff that we see, but as for like an ordinary African American who be
Mhm.
really intrigued and like really wanna explore and learn like more about the culture. So
Right.
something to us, it was like we could really translate it to something else that we already knew, and then
Mhm.
like see where the storyline was and like what's it all about.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was pretty dope. Uh, there was a lot of good music on the soundtrack.
Definitely.
Uh, yeah, I'm not sure if you like, there was like a couple of South African artists on the soundtrack, uh, which was pretty great.
Like who? Like so that the families can know, like maybe look them up or whatever. Like,
Uh, so there was like Java there, like Babs or Doom, or like there's just two South African mainstream artists that were on the movie.
hmm. And what's the name of the first one
So
again? So I want to put it in the live in the chat.
it's Java, so that's like
Breaking up a little bit.
this
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, you're breaking up. You're starting to break up a little bit more.
yeah, it's probably.
Okay,
Can you
damn.
hear me
That
now?
whole part. Yeah, now I can. That whole part, whatever you said, whatever you said the last 10, 15 seconds, I didn't hear it.
Yeah, it quite froze.
Yeah, it's starting to freeze a little bit. But that's all right.
There was
Well,
like
I'll put it.
Java there.
And how do I spell that? Okay, no worries, no worries. This is we work what we got. So you have to send them to me later so I can put them in like the description or whatnot, so people can check it out. Because your picture's stalling out, and I don't know if you can still hear me, um, but yeah, I definitely want us to kind of start making these better connections with artists in the motherland and how diverse it is, so that way we can start connecting more and doing more and experiencing more of like who we are diverse as Africans in America versus our brothers and sisters who are on the continent. You know what I'm saying? Well, not versus, but in conjunction with our brothers and sisters on the continent. Um, but so ask one like just one maybe one or two more questions. So Dazo, in reference of like before the virus, how's the culture in Johannesburg? Like, is it lively? Like, what do you all do for like leisure?
Well, like I'll say, predominantly like there isn't like a big difference between Johannesburg and New York. So like
Mm-hmm.
Johannesburg is a very very live uh, pop culture
Mm-hmm.
driven city, you know. So like it's got like the metropolitan architecture. It's funny. It's got that the sort of like the Seal, uh, Wall Street. Like it's it's really vibrant in the modern city, and the culture is really pop culture driven. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't know if how much of a perspective that gives you, but it's 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 a really fast lane city.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So
And in terms of like landscape, eh, what's that?
no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm saying, yeah, and in terms of like the landscape, it's pretty not that much big, and it's very diverse. Like
Mm-hmm.
this one place where you can see all the cultures like erupt. So like all the foreigners that come into the country like a large group of them come to Johannesburg. It's called the City of Gold. That's what
Mm-hmm.
it's named of.
Mm-hmm.
Johannesburg, the City of Gold. So like you get like all of African migrants
Yeah.
migrating to South Africa. You get like your Nigerians there, Ghanaians there, Kenyans there, Zimbabweans there, Malawians there, Mozambicans there. It's like it's a very mix of a culture.
Yeah.
So it's like you can look to the east, you can find like a China city, like you
Mm-hmm.
look to the west, there's like a place for Ethiopians. It's very very diverse.
Wow. Wow. That's crazy. And all those
Yeah.
countries, man. Whoo, that's wild. Yeah. And they all from the continent. Like that's
Yes.
great. That's amazing. That's amazing, man.
Yes.
Um, um,
Yeah.
what's I'm trying to think of some. I don't want to be too long, but like, what's some of the things that you feel like is misunderstood, maybe, or like either misunderstood about maybe South Africa as a whole, or do you feel like the best thing about South Africa from your perspective, like?
I'll say like the best thing about South Africa is a free country, man. Like it's really really free. Like like it's one place. I'll say like there isn't a place like South Africa in the world. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't think if you had the money, there is another place where you can actually retire or live in the
Mm-hmm.
world as good as South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Because uh, I'll say like it's big enough. It's got everything. It's I'll say it's a third world country or second world country, but like it's got really everything that you need. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you if you're a lottery winner in the US, that money will take you far in South Africa.
Okay.
Like you're basically a billionaire in South Africa. So like it's a very very good place. It's peaceful. It's got the safari. It's got the
Mm-hmm.
modern architecture. It's everything is there. The
Mm-hmm.
landscape, the infrastructure is perfect. Like it's yeah. When you have the money and the resources, you can really live comfortable in the country. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but there's this like wealth gap that's happening in South Africa. So like
Okay.
if more than 50% of Black South Africans like really really live in poverty,
Mm.
and which is the majority of the country though,
Okay.
and then the minority of the country, uh, the whites, and like other races, which
Mm-hmm.
probably make up like less than 40% of the population, uh, are like the very wealthy, the rich, and they occupy the big spaces.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens is like the poor is crowded into these small locations. Like you'll find they live in shacks. So like a shack will be probably like 40 square meter, and you find
Mm-hmm.
like a husband and wife living there, and like maybe one kid, and you find like a family of four with like a property over 2,000 square meters, with a
Mm-hmm.
house over like 600 square meters,
Yeah.
and like with pets in there, like they're living comfortable. So yeah, if you have the resources, it's a really really comfortable place to be at. It's got the great weather. It's like winters are not that harsh.
Mm-hmm.
Summer is very long. Like spring is already hot, hot, hot. Spring is like summer. Spring has
Wow.
an average of like 23 degrees. Spring is like 24, 25 degrees Celsius. throughout the
Okay.
summer is rising to your mid 30s, just mid 30s, like 34, 33 degrees. So I'll say summer in South Africa lasts you from September till like April. That's the entire period of summer. So yeah,
Okay.
it's a really good place to be.
Okay. So I'm doing the numbers a little bit, like you said, the Celsius, because in the States we do the Fahrenheit. So so it's like what, like 73, 75 degrees.
It's pretty hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that's wild. So like 25, like I'm putting in, it's like 70 something, 70 close to 80. Am I about right?
Okay.
Yeah. Roughly speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Um, in reference of like, well, let me ask this real quick because I know we're gonna get off soon. But as far as the transfer rate, like American dollar, because you said that people can come over there if they have currency, especially like U.S. dollar, they can they can live pretty well. Like, so what's the transfer rate like for I guess for every American dollar? How much is that? And you all do rand, right?
So at the moment, it's been really affected. The rand has been affected with the coronavirus. Yeah,
Hmm.
the globalization. Uh, it's very low. So for a dollar, you're getting about 17, 18 rand.
Hmm.
That's for a dollar.
Okay.
So 17, 18 rand can basically that's a price for a liter of gas.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Wow.
just a, yeah, that's just half for gas. Yeah,
Okay. Wow. And what about far as like food
that's a
wise?
liter and a half for gas.
Liter and a half of gas. What about for like food wise?
So like I'll say, 18 rand is like uh, a loaf and a half bread.
Okay. Okay. You said 10 rand or just that 17, 18 rand?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's about 15, 14 rand.
Okay. 15. Okay.
Bread is 15 rand. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
So for $1 and a quarter is for and a quarter.
Hmm. Wow.
For a
Okay.
dollar, actually, yeah, for like about 95 cents, 85 cents,
Hmm.
you get a loaf of bread,
Okay. Man.
which is kind of the same, I assume.
Hmm. Yes. Well, here, yeah, it depends. You can get a loaf of bread
Cause
for about $1, $1.50, $2. Depending on what type of bread you get. The cheap bread is like about $1, no more than $1.50. I mean, the more expensive bread, you're going like $2.50, maybe $3, shoot, even $4, depending if it's like that vegan, like that natural organic, like really like quality like
mhm,
bread
yeah,
to get. Yeah. So yeah, it can go up in
yeah,
price here. Depending where you get it from. Like, like we have a place like called Trader Joe's or Whole Foods
exactly.
where organic. And I'm asking these questions. I don't know if
Okay.
y'all have Whole Foods out there or whatnot. But because I know these corporations, they work in multiple places. Sometimes they have the same name, sometimes they don't. You know. But
Yes,
yeah, bro.
yes, yeah,
Okay. Damn,
yeah.
that's what's up. What's up?
I
Um,
got you. So
I was gonna
yeah,
say, yeah, man. That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. Yeah, so I definitely want to like give you a call, give you a shout out because we connected through a mutual friend and whatnot, and I wanted people to be able to kind of get a perspective on this COVID virus thing, because it's important. Like it's important for us to be able to not only connect with our brothers over across the way in the motherland, but also really just get a different perspective outside of America on what's happening and maybe how much better we have it or how much worse we have it, but just to kind of get a feel of how this thing is affecting everybody,
Yes,
you know. And is there anything you want to say, like, to the
yeah.
people, or just like any
Yes, sir.
words of encouragement or just tips or whatever, if you have any? Or if you know, you have a business, you talk about with business, you have a business, you know.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. People must just keep getting some sunshine
Mm,
and like just yeah, your normal hygiene, like stay far away from crowded areas and like
mm.
just yeah, keep your hands clean. Yeah, that's that's all I'll say.
Okay.
Together we can beat the virus.
Indeed. Indeed, man. I totally
Yeah.
agree,
If
man.
you act right, do right, you can survive that.
Exactly. I agree, man. I totally agree. And you know, definitely, you know, I appreciate, you know, the soul water too. I appreciate that. I take that every day. I take that every day, man. The soul water is on point. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
It definitely helps,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
and
Yeah.
people, if they want to check it out, the Instagram is up,
Okay.
Soul Water. Uh, definitely, I'm not going, it was definitely a gift, and a gift right on time, like seriously. But I do that with the fruits and the vegetables and the juices and
I'm
things
good.
like that. But no, that's some good advice, man. Like, just together we will tackle and beat this thing, man. And again, just stay out the way. Stay in the house. Go out only when you have to. But if you do, wear the mask, of course. Get that sun, like you said, get that sunlight. That's important. But just don't try to do anything wild. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do what you're supposed to be doing. All right. But much blessings, brother.
Yeah.
We definitely gotta do this again.
Yeah.
We definitely gotta do this again. I definitely send me those
Pleasure.
artists, those South African
Yeah.
artists that you mentioned, because I need to listen to some new music while I'm in here, man. I need some different vibes, man. Need some different vibes happening, you know.
All right.
So definitely send me that
All right.
stuff for sure.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And yeah, man, yeah, family. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Definitely check out the brother, the Soul Water, and his IG, as well as up on here. So definitely check that out. And yeah, much pieces and blessings to you and your family. Hope you're doing well through this troubling time, challenging time. If you lost any family members or they're sick, my condolences, and hopefully the ones who are sick get well very, very soon. But take care, peace and blessings. Be your best, do your best, think your best, and we out. All right, peace.